The country of South Korea is located in the southern part of the Korean peninsula. South Korea is a genuinely modern and fascinating tourist destination that is entirely distinct from and independent of its neighbor, North Korea. Major cities like Seoul give an opportunity to see the latest technical marvels as well as the commotion of a metropolitan city, excellent nightlife, and other attractions. However, South Korea also has beautiful national parks and a lot of locations where you can take your time and enjoy the surroundings. On your vacation to South Korea, there is an abundance of things to do, see, and experience, from islands off the coast to the dangerous border zone in the center of the Korean peninsula. Number 1. Seoul. The largest city in South Korea and a popular travel destination in East Asia is Seoul. There is considerable probability that you will visit Seoul at some point if you are traveling throughout the nation. There are countless things to do in the city, but many tourists start with one of the numerous palaces that are in Seoul. A combination of culture, cuisine, history, and art in one alluring metropolis has a lot of going for it and is definitely worth seeing if you have the chance. Seoul provides a fascinating blend of the ancient and the new. Ancient temples and palaces coexist with soaring skyscrapers, vibrant retail areas, and sleek contemporary structures. The magnificent Gyeongbokgung and the Chandokgung from the 15th century are top choices. There are also historic temples and shrines, lovely parks, cutting-edge architecture, shopping centers, and some of Asia's top restaurants. Number 2. Yongju. Yongju in the south. Yongju truly lives up to its reputation as the museum without walls and will amaze tourists with all of its incredible tourist attractions. Yongju is filled with wonderful old tombs, temples, burial mounds, and rock carvings. Many of Gyeongju's monuments are over 1,000 years old. Because it was originally the capital of Seoul, an ancient country on the Korean peninsula. One of the best things to do in Yongju is to explore the town's amazing architecture and historic structures. Start your visit in the 8th century Bulguksa Temple, a magnificent masterpiece of Buddhist architecture and art. After that, ascend to the Seokgurum Grotto from the temple to see even more Buddhist history and treasures. Don't miss the covered market, where a variety of merchants offer items ranging from silam mementos to freshly prepared Korean cuisine. Number 3. DMZ. A strip of territory spanning the Korean peninsula known as the Korean Demilitarized Zone or DMZ acts as a demilitarized area between North and South Korea. The de facto border barrier known as the DMZ runs close to the 30th parallel north, which roughly splits the Korean peninsula in half. It is regarded as a ceasefire area. The DMZ is open to visitors, however, not all of its territory is secure. The Joint Security Area, often known as the JSA, is the only area of the DMZ that is accessible to the general public. Although you will be within a structure that also houses South Korean soldiers, you can actually stand in North Korea in JSA. You can also go to a store that sells souvenirs from North Korea, including wine, stamps, and money. Be advised that you can only visit the DMZ on an official escorted trip. Number 4. Jeju Island. The largest island in the country is located in the Korea Strait just south of the South Korean peninsula and is a very well-liked tourist attraction for both Koreans and foreigners. The island's ongoing popularity is due in part to the fact that South Koreans were not allowed to travel outside of their country until the late 1980s. In addition to its stunning beauty and abundant natural resources, as a result, the island of Jeju was transformed into a popular tourist destination with a variety of hotels, eateries, stores, and tourist sites to check out, as well as a number of intriguing museums and unique theme parks. Jeju, which translates to a large village across the sea, has a unique culture that is extremely different from that of the mainland. Jeju's two main cities, Jeju City and Seogwipo, are good examples of this. Number 5. Andong. The city of Andong offers visitors the exceptional chance to experience Joseon-era rural life. It is proudly anchored in the country's glorious past and is known as the birthplace of Soju, wooden mask, and Confucianism in Korea. The UNESCO-listed Hahoe Folk Village is Andong's most popular attraction. The village, which dates back about 600 years, is home to the Ryu clan of Pongsan's ancestors and is well known for having given birth to numerous esteemed Joseon-era intellectuals. Due to the village's wonderfully maintained shoga, or ancient homes with straw-thatched roofs, and the long-standing traditions practiced by its inhabitants, it is now a well-liked tourist destination. Even though the cottages now have modern amenities like electricity and cable, they nonetheless offer a glimpse into South Korea's recent rural past. Visitors can stay here in addition to exploring the homes, eateries, and workshops of this charming community. The most well-known honorary guest was Queen Elizabeth II, who celebrated her 73rd birthday here in 1999. There are many guest houses, homestays, and boutique hotels that allow tourists to take advantage of this distinctive cultural experience. Number 6. Choraksan National Park. One of Korea's most stunning mountains is Choraksan. The area is known for its views, crystal-clear mountain streams, and diverse flora and wildlife. Choraksan National Park is nearby. In Korea, hiking is a popular sport, and Choraksan is home to some of the most picturesque paths in the nation. This is our advice on how to visit the park. The highest peak of Choraksan Mountain, which is situated in northeastern Korea, is Daishokbong Peak, which rises to a height of 1,708 meters. It is the third largest mountain in Korea and offers a range of hiking trails, the majority of which can be finished in a short amount of time. Cliffs, waterfalls, and other natural beauties are present in the landscape. The park itself has an area of 163.6 square kilometers and is spread over 4 cities and counties. One of Korea's most famous parks, it was the first place the country's government recognized as a national park in 1970. Since 1982, it has been a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. The park features Choraksan as well as a number of other smaller mountains and hills, making a total of 30 peaks. Number 7. Zhongju. Zhongju is a serene city that is teeming with culture, history, and delectable cuisine. Outside of Seoul, travelers frequently travel to Zhongju, which is situated in the North Jeolla province, to experience traditional Korean culture. The quaint Hanok hamlet and gourmet reputation of Yongju make it a popular weekend retreat for many domestic tourists. Most foreigners intend to settle in major cities like Seoul or Busan, which has a population of about 600,000, may not offer the same neon-lit excitement as Korea's bigger towns, but it has numerous hidden gems persistent traveler can find. You will have the chance to explore a city rich in Korean heritage and culture by relocating here. Number 8. Busan. Busan may be the second largest city in South Korea, but it certainly knows a thing or two about unwinding. Just take a look at those lovely beaches to understand. Additionally, Busan amplifies that laid-back vibe with a bevy of day spas and scorching hot springs. With the Busan International Film Festival and all the cool tent bars, boutique eateries, and coffee shops, things get glam. If you're interested in history, check out the 14th century Haedong Yeonggungsa Temple and the ancient Byomyosa Temple, both of which have ocean views. Hike the mountains that wind through the city if outdoor adventure is more your style. Don't miss the Jagalchi Market for mouth-watering street cuisine and delectable seafood that has just been taken from the sea for you. Then, climb the hill to Jamshon Village, a hillside maze of art-flecked laneways and spectacular views. Number 9. Chonchon. Chonchon, the capital of Gangwon-do, is charming due to its vistas of glistening lakes, stunning mountains, and servings of the hot chicken dish dakgalbi. It's a great base for outdoor activities and has excellent transportation connections to Seoul, making it a well-liked weekend retreat for city dwellers. Gangwon-do, which contains a number of universities, also exudes a youthful air and has a developing shopping and nightlife scene. Even though the bridge connecting the island to the city has been finished, work on Jungdo's planned Legoland attraction has come to a standstill. The jackhammers and concrete mixers were put to rest, possibly permanently, when prehistoric tombs and ruins that were discovered on the island during foundation work. Number 10. Suwon. Yongju's largest city and a significant historical site is Suwon. Suwon city center exhibits an outstanding blend of old and new, being nearly totally surrounded by walls from the 18th century. Discover bright streets teeming with markets, boutiques, and other attractions. See the old city walls and fortified palace structures to trace the city's history back to the Joseon dynasty, learning fascinating details about royal customs and history along the way. Suwon is magnificently introduced by the Hwaseong Fortress, which is classified as part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The fort was built by King Yongju, the king of Seoul in the 18th century, as a shrine to his late father and a military stronghold. See the unique military advancements used by the fort's designers as you stroll over the city walls. Discover the fort's 4 gateways which face the cardinal directions, as well as breathtaking cityscapes from the fort's perches. Paldalmun Gate, which today stands sentinel in the center of the city, displays the fort's strategic planning. The Suwon Hwaseong Museum explains the fort's significance in terms of culture and history. Which of these places do you want to visit? Also check out this other video if you want to visit the USA. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of our top 10 prime picks.